No, it's a train coming. It's a train coming, folks. And it's bigger than before. Are you on it, under it, or clinging to the walls? Howdy, folks. Welcome to Sunday Soon 2023. No, try again. 23rd of the 7th, 2023. Something like that, anyway. Today, well, I don't know if you noticed, I've got a couple of things hanging behind me. Got myself a new flag. It's not the what everyone thinks the Australian flag really is. It's really sorry, I'm just looking at two different screens. Doesn't look like it's getting to YouTube. Typical, or is it? Yep, no, we're on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. Anyway, better stop that noise. Anyway, the flag you see behind me is the we've come out in 2000, no, 1903 or something, and it's so I'm told it's a flag that we had before corporations took over. Oh, I don't know here or there what the story really is, but hey, it's a nice looking flag anyway. Not sure about the Star of David thing or whatever, but but it's got a lot of difference. Look, got 5-pointed star. That's a 9-pointed star, and over there's that's 6, 7, 8, all sorts of different numbers, and they all tells a different story, I'm sure. But down in Canberra, a lot of the guys are using these flags, and in a couple of weeks' time, I hope to be going to Canberra to see the guys down there and see what's happening. And later on today's show, I want to talk about the truck that was part of the protests back in 2022, all those last year, and what they've put this guy through. He's just a normal sort of dude. He was trying to do a business happening sort of thing, and he used his truck to peacefully protest. That rings a bell, doesn't it? And like the police, the Australian Federal Police have charged him with all sorts of horrible crimes. They said they were trying to run him over and shit like that. The crimes were committed that day, definitely, but it was the police that committed the crimes. If you might be able to find it later on, sort of thing. But yeah, you watch this show that I'm about to play shortly, and that'll tell you what's happening in his court cases and how it all happened. And it goes for about 50 minutes or so. It's well worth a watch. But before then, let's get into some. Oh, actually, when I do start the video, I'm going to get DK in on the act, and he's going to. We're going to like pause the video when he's got something to say about it, as you do, and we'll have a live conversation about a live conversation. Yeah, high quality TV here, folks. Anyway, first, refreshments. Let's put up a little logo. See? Cheers, folks. Brought to you by a sponsor. Hang about. I'm not sponsored by anyone. So that's why I can drink and smoke and do whatever I want on camera, because no one's paying me. Well, anyway, the things I want to talk about first is inflation. Been in the shops lately? Bought anything lately? And how the prices of some ridiculous things have just are astounding. Like, for example, eggs. Anything, cackleberries, whatever you call them. They're about to increase threefold in price. Now, what's the reason behind this? And how many other, like flour, over the last, these are all bakery type things. Flour is jumping price in leaps and bounds. Once upon a time you could run a bakery and you could make a bit of dough out of it. Bit of a pun there. And but now you're getting the cost, and you just can't put your prices up that people sort of do, and to pay for the like, because there's a lot of wages and everything involved in a bakery, and not just bakeries, like any other small business that relies on basic sort of ingredients to do their work. And all the prices are going up. And what's the reason these prices are going up? Has anyone got any idea why eggs going up threefold? Like you can understand a percentage for whatever reason, but threefold? You think there's an agenda going on here, folks? They're trying to outprice the small businessmen so that they no longer can produce, and everyone will have to go to Coles, Woolies, or whatever. Yeah, Woolies. Apparently, there's a store in New Zealand called Countdown or something like that, and it's owned by Woolies. In Australia, it's called Woolworths, and they're rebranding to call themselves Woolworths. Funny thing that happened it's happened in Australia, like down in Victoria. I think it used to be called Safeway. Now it's Woolworths, I think. I'm not really sure about that, but it's all these big companies just cashing in and putting the prices up so that they don't pay the prices. I'm sure they're not paying threefold for their eggs or whatever. You consumers will, but I bet you they're not. No proof here, of course, but anyway. And a lot of people just don't care. That's the thing. Vinny Eastwood said on a recent show about a lot of things that go on in the world with people's health are bad for the liver. Everything you do is bad for your liver. Drinks, like I drink, that's bad for my liver. But most processed foods and everything like that and is not good for your liver. And what's one of the main side effects of having a dodgy liver? Apathy. People just don't give a fuck. So the whole food chain, the whole fucking worldwide fucking food chain is designed by people who just want to make you unhealthy. That doesn't seem quite right, does it? We need to change that, I think. Because things used to be different? Is that a word? Back I remember when I was a kid, back in the 60s and 70s, and earlier before that, for what I heard, people really gave a fuck about community spirit. Like you cared about your neighbours and stuff like that. And these days, no one cares about anyone anymore, do they? Certain groups do, of course. There's a lot of people out there still trying, but there's a lot more apathy than there used to be. So I might just start the video now, and shortly I'll get DK on too. I'll get him chatting while the video's playing, and so there might be a bit of interruptions here and there, but we'll see how that goes, shall we? Anyway, here goes. You can play now. Alright, sound will be in there shortly.
Well, g'day everybody. Monday the 17th of July and another pre-recorded Club Grubbery episode. A big day we've had already. We interviewed the AFA guys this morning, which was a classic interview that's really going to stir the hearts and minds of a great many people in Australia who are watching all this unfold. It was a pretty emotional interview, that one, John, and we know that people will have enjoyed that already by the time they see this one.
Hello, DK.
Sharing screen with us today, we have one of our kind of regulars.
Hello, DK. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that the crowd hear us too. I'll just let me bring that back up. I'll pause the video. It's these guys just doing the intro. As you can see, the guys on the screen, they're this guy down here at the bottom. He's the one that's he's the truck driver that's getting put in jail. This guy's his mate, sort of thing. And this guy here is the top guy. He's the one, shall we say, running the interview. I'm not sure who he is or what he is. Royal Australian or something like that is his name of his rumble. So we'll just start off for a while and then we'll see how it goes. Feel free to jump in and say anything you like. Okay?
Yep. Well, yeah. Well, now that I'm here, I'll be listening along then. Yeah, because you didn't let me know that you'd started. I told you to let me know when you were starting.
Sorry about that. I do that all the time. I'm not very professional, am I? Yeah. No, not very professional at all. Oh well, but hopefully
All right.
entertaining.
That's all right. I'm here now. So yeah,
Yes, yeah, yeah.
real good.
Good. Cheers, DK. Anyway, back to the show.
Dr. Bruce Pay, um, the Ned Kelly of medicine and all
Go on you,
things
Ned.
freedom, with his upside down red incident in the background. Bruce, it's great to have you on.
Good to be back again. Thanks.
And we also have Michael and Paul Offey, who are on board with us today. I hope I got the pronunciation right, guys.
Yeah, that's correct. Thanks for having us.
Must be his brother.
Thanks for being on. And we're here to discuss the fate of not only Paul, but a truck named Zeus. Because on the 12th of February in 2022, at the rally represented by the million or so people in our backdrop, John, Zeus was a bit of a star at that rally, having sounded his horn all the way up the hill to Parliament House, only to be set upon by federal police, who impounded the truck and arrested Paul. And there's a real story attached to this, and that's still going on. So what's Bruce Pay got to do with this? Well, Bruce has been at the forefront of battling the AFP over the Canberra rally, and was successful. Even though the AFP have been awarded, they have to pay Bruce's costs. I don't know how long it's been, Bruce, but have they paid yet?
It's only 9 months, so message to everybody: the AFP are not good payers. I wouldn't do business with them.
No, let's not do business with the AFP.
Indeed.
So anyhow, let's get into the story, because Paul and I know Michael will probably do a bit of the speaking for you, because you are
what you're hearing
subject to proceedings still going on.
Yeah, probably would be.
This truck, and let's bring Zeus up, because Zeus is a very special vehicle. Have you got the photo, if you want to share screen? There she is. There he is, I should say. Now that's a real truck. Look at that, Zeus 1. Now tell us first of all, before we go into your story, what's the purpose of Zeus? What are you using it for?
It's bought it to set up as a high-end luxury limousine style vehicle, and for doing major events, special events. He had, I'll switch to another photo that gives you a bit of an idea. That was at Gold Coast Supernova, which is a pretty major event. He was asked to park that out the front of the Gold Coast Convention Centre, right at the entry area.
Yep.
And ended up getting used. Something a little interesting for people to get photos in front of. Supernovas like Comic-Con, so all the superhero movies and cult films and that sort of thing. Everyone goes dressed up as that, so it sort of blended in quite well, being something a little bit outlandish and different. And then he's also had arrangements in place to be a major sponsor of the Gold Coast Car Show and other car shows and events like that as well. So,
and we believe the truck's also been used in a movie, is that right?
Yeah, it's been used in a children's movie that
Bit of glitching happening, I think.
It was supposed to have been finished last year, a few months after this whole debacle.
Not too bad.
And of course, they weren't able to complete filming of the scenes that the truck was required in. And being a children's movie, all the kids that were cast in it are now significantly changed in appearance and age, and being in their pre-teens and early teens. So that's put a major spanner in the works for them. And apparently the AFP and DPP and all those friends down there don't really have much care for things like that. Certainly have made no interest in being reasonable about the whole situation, even with that sort of a scenario going on. So it's been fairly damaging to what was supposed to be the early careers of a number of young actors as well. But that's a photo of the Gold Coast Car Show where he was a major sponsor and just ended up being pretty much the biggest kids attraction of the whole event, with a massive queue of kids waiting to get in and have a sit in the truck. So yeah, very popular anyway.
Well, it doesn't look like the kind of vehicle that you take your garbage to the dump in on a Sunday morning, Paul.
No, definitely not. Yeah. So it was a very unique truck, and a lot of people definitely definitely loved it. It caught a lot of people's eyes, and one of the things I noticed in particular, because I used to drive it around a bit, a fair bit as well. So it's something I noticed when you'd rock up at the supermarket or something in it,
Right,
and
pause it a bit there
people
for a
would
second.
see this kind of average Joe
Yeah, I
get
can do that.
out. You'd be talking to.
Right, DK, you got to say?
Oh, I was just sort of like wondering how this truck became so iconic. What made this particular truck iconic, or was it what he was doing? So the combination of him and the truck, or what was it actually
Well,
that made this?
well, when the convoy first happened, he was like the truck at the start, shall we say? He got as far as the front of the new Parliament House, and that's where the cops. There was crowds of people all around, sort of thing, and he was told he couldn't go there, but going inch by inch. I should try and find the video of. I saw it earlier. I might actually just. Sorry, folks, I'm just going to have a bit of a wander around my browser for a sec. It was on Aussie Cossack sort of thing. His site. I'll just see if I can find it. It shows what actually happened on the day. The police, they smashed his window in front of the Aussie Cossack, who was filming it. Sprayed the driver with pepper spray and everything. The driver was trying to put the brakes on, sort of thing, and stop the vehicle, and the cop was leaning in the window, apparently trying to turn the brakes off, sort of thing, like as if he wanted the vehicle to keep going so he could run some people over or something. This is what the cops are trying to do, and it was the so it'll take me a minute to find that, but something's not happening. Oh well. Would you like to do?
Because like the actual video of the background would be really, really handy. To be honest.
Yeah,
It'd be
it
good
would
to
be.
see like what actually happened and why this is all happening.
Yep. What was it on? What did I say? The Aussie Cossack.
How's that?
Yeah, it should be there. Aussie Cossack. Yep, it's the one.
Well, that's what you said anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I've found the guy, and now it's just a matter of finding the.
Going back through the videos to
Yeah.
the truck
Oh,
convoy
where did I
thing.
find it earlier today? I was watching earlier today through.
Someone else's Telegram channel or something.
No, it was not a Telegram program. It was yeah. This is well organised for you, isn't it, folks?
What else are you on? That Matilda thing?
Matilda wasn't Matilda, but anyway,
Signal, Gab.
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't know what else you're on.
I'll just restart the show again, and while that's running, I'll go and find the other one. So,
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you have to shut up for a while. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
jump in wherever you want.
Oh no, no, I'll tell you to pause if I've got
Yep.
things to say. Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're all good. Yep, sweet as.
Here we go. Press that play button again, and
To people, and you'd say, oh, jump up inside, and
yep. Cool.
a few times I took people for a drive around the block in it and so on. And yeah, you could just see something would click in there, like on their mind, and it'd be like, if this sort of average person can have something like this sort of dreams are possible, like it just brought a big smile to their face, and it's something that's brings a different attitude than someone rocking up in a Bentley or a Lamborghini or something. Yeah, so it was very, I guess, inspiring to a lot of people.
What sort of money have you got invested in the vehicle?
We worked out roughly the replacement value would be around the 220,000, something around there. And then of course, as I was setting up a business, there was a lot of outlay in that as well. So I kind of put a lot of my heart and soul and a lot of money into it. And I've got some injuries from some previous accidents, and it was setting it up something I could do around my chronic neck and back pain, chronic fatigue, those sorts of things. And it was kind of a bit of a joint sort of thing, effectively. The funding for the original truck came out of families' mortgages to originally, get that started and get it purchased and things like that. So yeah.
So tell us what took you to Canberra. What was the reason you decided to go to Canberra?
I guess there's a couple reasons. One was I've always kind of tried to stand up for what I felt as being right, and there's, as we know, certainly with the heavy hand of what the politicians seem to be doing, there seem to be
Yeah, we seem to having.
a lot of unjust stuff going on. Especially
the
yeah,
audio's working
a lot
fine.
of I think a lot of people I've talked to have had family members that unfortunately didn't get to see family members when they were in nursing homes or passed away or in hospitals or so on, because the restrictions even on things like funerals, people could attend to funerals, restrictions interstate. And my grandmother ended up passing away in the midst of all that. So that was one thing. The other thing was there was quite a few people going down there, and due to the fact that Australia now is the trucking industry is more run on companies with company trucks versus individually owned trucks. What originally, I guess, was partially, possibly inspired a bit by the Canadian convoy or so on. And yeah, there weren't as many trucks and stuff as people wanted. down
soon as I said audio was
there,
good,
and
as
truck
soon as I
drivers
typed
wanted to
that on
take down
Twitch,
there, and I had
it all went
one
to
that I
shit.
guess was
As soon
family
as I said
owned,
audio
so
is good, but vid
it
is
was
glitching.
good to go down
No, the
there,
reason
take
being is because I
over. We
found the
had the
video
back
I was looking
filled
for,
with
and
donations, and then along the way
Donated
we
food stuffs
collected
and
causing issues.
collected donations as well, and
All right,
took
it'll be
down
right in a sec.
to Camp Epic down there.
It's something you're not
Yeah,
allowed.
Michael, were you in Epic at the time? Were you down in Canberra?
No, I was up here working, unfortunately.
All right.
I work for a small family business, so couldn't get away. But yeah, we Paul loaded up. Sorry, I was going to say Paul loaded up about 5 bootloads of food, donated food and other items. He only there was a convoy
just wait
going
for
down.
a pause in the conversation.
Yeah,
and yet pause it and play the other video.
Yep, that's what I just decided to do. So yeah, well I've paused that video now, and I'll have to set up a new fucking bizzo to put the other one up because I don't want to play with it too much. But I'll.
This is what you call Mad Max hits Canberra.
This is the one that
Get
I
an
want
interesting
to play.
one. We're going to go all the way to Parliament in this.
Yep.
Scott Morrison, here we come.
There we
Ashley.
are. I'll just pause that one.
Yeah.
Find it on the. I'll find it on the screen. Yeah. There you go. We got it.
Oh, there we go. Oh wow, that delay is huge. Holy crap! Because I'm listening to the show with headphones, like just on one ear.
Yeah.
So I can talk to you as well.
Right.
I can hear the video and like you still be able to talk with you in real time. That delay is huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just about ready to put that video back on, and because it's quite a good one. Yeah, I might have to turn the volume down. It did sound a bit loud.
No, leave it loud. Everyone else can turn their volumes down. Loud is always better, and everyone else just turns their shit down.
Yep. Well.
If it's too quiet, turn it down.
How's that sound? It's pretty loud, isn't it?
We're going up to Parliament. We're heading in on the track. We're heading into Parliament on the track.
Maybe just a little bit loud.
Hey, we're going into Parliament. Here we go.
Yeah, this is the truck that we were talking about. Yeah. See it?
Straight up the hill on the truck. Straight up the hill on the truck.
Put the headphone down for a minute because I'm going to run the show.
Alright, good here.
This goes a good 10 minutes. I'll be back before it finishes.
Good here, mate.
And especially watch the up near the last part of the video. That shows what happened. And this is Aussie Cossack at his best.
Here we go. Madam. All right, guys. guys, this is pretty crazy. We got the Mad Max truck. Here we are heading into Parliament. There's a massive, massive crowd. Mad Max is coming to ScoMo. This is on behalf of all the people out there suffering. Scott Morrison, we're coming for you. Let them through! 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 The federal police. They're blocking the way. The federal police are blocking the way. Look at the crowd. Let them through.
Yes, I'm back. Yeah. I got there a couple of days after this. Yeah, well, my first time at Canberra was a couple of days after this.
I just want the truck to move up here and turn right and exit that way. Okay? It cannot go round to the left.
You can't go to the left.
No. So are you gonna cooperate with me and help me out, or?
What do you think?
Well, I'd much appreciate it.
I suppose we could consider.
Yeah.
So what do you want?
The truck to move up here slowly with us in front, and we'll escort it back around. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is for the people this day.
The truck is not going out to the front. It can't go onto the AAA. Okay?
Stand with the people, man. End up on the
Can
right
you,
side of history.
I understand that.
Can you turn?
We need to send the
I
truck
can hardly hear you.
Otherwise it will sit again.
The people are winning.
Something like it. I'll turn the volume down my side.
Send it around.
You get even fainter, but
The whole point of this is a trucking convoy.
anyway, hey man, got an idea.
Just click on my thumbnail on.
The left. All right? Follow me. Tell him to
Right,
What's
okay.
on the right, though?
takes you back around the other side of Parliament.
Here's the thumbnail.
I think that people just want
So,
to...
no,
Not
yeah.
going to the AAA.
You just let him go. Oh, and
Yeah, your choice.
Right,
Can you let him know that he has to turn right?
you may as well let him through.
It's
Well, I'm not letting him through, okay? He's not passing here. He's going
It's a public road. Good point.
He's going right.
it won't let me do anything.
So that's
Hang on,
your
there's a million people here, man.
Maybe
I don't think it's
right-click
in a
on my
position to make
thumbnail.
demands.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Yeah.
the police don't want to let him through. It's a bloody legend.
Right click.
What do you reckon? Are you going to
Yeah,
stand in the
gotcha.
line?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to
Right. Talk now.
park it up there in front of
Okay,
the
man.
school.
How's it sound now?
That's much better. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, see, honestly, I turned you down to about a quarter, and usually I have to turn you up to like 200.
Very cool. Okay.
Like, serious, for some reason, your audio is working really well today. There's only the video that's like doing any glitching and shit.
The audio is the most important. Anyway, but let's get back to what's happening here. This is
All right, how
important.
about you guys escort the truck?
I'll talk to you.
Oh, yeah, you said the end was. We're only like about 3 or 4 minutes into it.
Yeah, well, this is where it happens. There's the driver. There's the guy you'll see in the other video.
That's Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to turn right. Do not turn back. Yeah, follow it around that one. Okay? Follow me.
Where does right take me? Can I get up the top or
I
not?
think the people are in charge here.
I think so.
Yes.
All right, guys. It looks like we're coming through. We're coming through. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. A win to the people, ladies and gentlemen. That's a win to the people. That's a win to the people. Yes. How's that? Good.
Lovely piece of kit, that truck also.
Ah, yeah, that's
And that's what you
done
call a
nice.
win to the people.
Yeah.
Good on you.
What does it say on the bonnet?
Right, It's a win to the people.
No more.
That is just no more.
They've got the truck through. It's bloody amazing.
So I
It's
thought
happening
that
right here.
was what it was, and then I started thinking there was too many letters, but no,
I can't believe this.
it's just an exclamation mark.
We're at Parliament. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is a historical moment. Unbelievable moment.
Yeah, you wait to see what's about to come though. Oops. Spoiler alert.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Film him. They're trying to push the truck. And the other side too. Roll the windows up.
One of the windows up. Yeah.
Let him through. Let him through.
Famous calm before the storm shit, eh? What, he's not gonna run into cops. That's just like fucking assaulting a police officer.
Who was that guy in the suit? Who was that guy in the suit that just walked past? You see the suit
Handler.
walk past? Oh yeah, see the guy in the suit? He's a detective or something. He's got a mask on. Yeah.
The handler.
Yeah.
Government official.
Yeah. There he is.
Direct-
You see him in
yeah.
the background there? Yeah, just got a mask on. Yes. Yeah, it's a classic fucking.
Bloody awesome.
Yeah, this is a classic video actually.
Look at the better now.
And here they are. Now they've arrived. They're actually out in front of the Parliament House now. That's the bollards just out, the steps in front. Yeah, so they have achieved. They got to the front of Parliament House, and now.
All right. This is an amazing moment in Australian history.
Yes, they did it.
This is unbelievable. Hang on.
Only problem is, what did it change?
It's
Nothing.
unbelievable what's happening here. Look at that. The
This is
cops
right.
just trying to push people out of the
Our
way.
peaceful protests
They're
aren't doing
they're
shit.
scumbags. Look, they got
This is the only thing I'm starting to like,
Me too.
oh,
But
lose interest in. Peaceful protests are doing fuck all. Because as soon as they lax one or two things that they've done, almost everyone goes back to normal, and then you're left with just a couple hundred people kind of doing it.
Look, they're trying to get in. They're pepper
Then
spraying.
it goes from like 10,000 when the mandates are all in place, when everyone's protesting it,
look at this.
they take away a mandate, and it's like everyone's like, okay, everything's fine now.
Look at this.
Look at this one.
I'm there. I'm media. Look at this. Film.
You can't see him, eh? Where's the driver gone? He must be here.
Sorry?
Yeah, who's this guy? What's this guy doing?
Give me a few seconds. The video is like about 8 seconds behind what you're saying. We'll wait till I see what happens.
They're basically pepper spraying the truck driver and smashed the window to get in. So guys, look at that. This is Australia in front of Parliament House. AFP has smashed the window and pepper sprayed the truck driver right in front of Parliament. It's a bloody disgrace that they've done that.
How did he sneak out the other door and get away, and the cops can't find him?
Yeah.
And
Pretty
that's
much.
awesome.
That was
That's awesome.
yeah. That was a. I saw that this morning. Is that what? There was a link to this video that we're watching on Rumble now. The come up with the court dates, because their court date is apparently next week or something. Funny enough, I won't be in Canberra until the week after again. But one of the guys that I know down there I think he's going to court on the week I'm going down there. So I'm going down to report on
Right,
that.
well, pause for a sec then, man.
Yep.
And we'll have a bit of a chat and stuff first.
Yeah.
I've got a mate who's just gone up for possession of the manuscript from the stupid mosque shooter idiot who wasn't even from New Zealand in Christchurch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and he was investigating it. He was trying to look into it, but he still got prosecuted for actually having it on his hard drive.
Yeah.
So he's getting done for objectionable material.
Mm.
And he's also getting done because he got like a banner of Disintegrat burn and set it against a hill and started shooting it. So he's up on firearms charges as well.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and he was up on Tuesday for sentencing because he already pled guilty. He's trying to plea deal it down. His lawyer says he's getting home detention. I think he's going to jail.
Yeah.
And it only got adjourned till next Friday. And the only reason it got adjourned is because his lawyer was having eye surgery on the day of his appearance. So it was like some newbie lawyer who just turned up and was like, I actually only just got given the case file like at 4:30 yesterday. I think it's kind of unfair if we proceed at this point. And the judge is like, yeah, no, it is. That is actually really unfair. This is like a unique set of circumstances that is unfair to proceed at this point in time.
That's right.
They were asking for an adjournment till like, August sometime, late August.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'll adjourn it till next Friday. This is going to set another precedent about shit in this country. Then Vinny and Billy are up on the 31st.
Yep.
Yeah, for their case where they're appealing their conviction and sentence. Yep. I had an argument with people about this the other day. They said,
sorry, I had a bit
they're
of an
appealing the conviction and the sentence, not just the sentence, or not one of them just appealing the sentence. Because they're not pleading guilty.
No, that's right.
So they're appealing the conviction.
Right, yeah. So how do you reckon that's going to go?
Well, because...
You there?
Because it's an ongoing case.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to give me specifics.
Yeah.
He said he can't tell me about what shit his lawyer was using that instantly got them the right of appeal.
Yeah.
So this is what he hasn't been allowed to disclose. So yeah, I can't go into the how they did it yet.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out after, like, on the 31st.
So it's interesting what's coming up in court cases in the next few weeks, isn't it? All over the place, sort of thing. I'll be glued to the screen. So, any of my audience members might notice that I haven't done much shows of late, sort of thing, because I've been busy playing with my bus. And it's just about on the road. It is on the road. It's running well. I've just been doing a bit of cosmetic sort of surgery to it.
Now he's just trying to make it look pretty.
Yes, that's right. So, well, I did some...
What's your name? Oh.
I did some grinding, did some cutting.
It's Fred. You don't have to make Fred look too pretty.
No, he's not. No, like, I'm not going all out. Like, I'm using house paint, for fuck's sake.
If it was a girl's name, you'd have to make your bus pretty.
Well, Fred
Your bus is called Fred.
Fred.
Hang me right, you're going to have to paint her.
Fred can be a... Do you want to can you put yourself on camera? I can, if you like. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a Hitler mustache on the front of the fucking bus, bro.
No. No, I don't think so. There's only enough room in this family for one mustache. This?
You can always make it like one of those curly mustaches sort
Yeah.
of thing, front of
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is free.
Well,
Or give it a goatee or something, or a beard.
yeah.
You know?
Yep. There we go. You got you pretty much on screen, side by side. It almost looks professional. There we go.
Gosh.
How's that? Me and my
I need to go. Hey, I need to go. As soon as I put myself on camera, I need to go for a piss and get more beer, don't I?
Of course you do. Yeah, well, go and do it. Yeah, it's okay. I think I can handle it from here for a little while.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe even chuck the video back on. Like
Yeah.
the original one that we started with, yeah.
Okay, that sounds like
Yeah.
a plan.
And then I can go for a piss and stuff, and
Yep.
you don't have to try and fill in dead air and things because there's something to actually play.
Okay, shut up. Okay, I'll see you when you get back from you.
In other words, you shut up, Ellen.
Yeah.
From North Queensland down there that we'd heard was happening, which was like
Alright.
a second
I'll be back in a sec.
or second convoy, and
Come on.
we found out about it and literally
Yeah, I'm blanking out my camera anyway till you
going
sort
through
your
the Gold
shit out.
Coast. Paul said, yeah, sort of, could be worth taking the truck down. And we'd heard a lot of people were trying to donate food from the Gold Coast, but nobody had any space or vehicles to get it down in. So thought that could be beneficial as well. But he, being on a pension and having just sunk all his last money into trying to get the truck off the.
Come on.
And he just got his limousine license approved a couple of weeks before, and to fund the last bit of it, he'd sold his TV and everything to put into it. He didn't have any money for fuel, so put a couple of posts up on the Convoy to Canberra Facebook group, and a business owner from the mid-coast of New South Wales messaged him and said, I want to put some money into your account. What's your account number? And when she messaged, we said to her, well, we don't really want to take your money until we know how much, whether we've got enough to fund it to get down, because it was about $1,000 worth of fuel required to get down and back. And she said, well, you need $1,000, don't you? And I said, yeah. She said, well, that's what I'm putting into your account. She said, I would like to get down there, and my business has nearly been bankrupted over the restrictions. And she said, the least I can do is to help you get your truck down and get donations down. So that was pretty amazing. So yeah, with 24 hours notice, he was we ended up putting the word out that he was going, and ended up with 5 people
Glitching a bit, this isn't it today?
bootloads of groceries around, and he left the next morning.
So let's get to the day when the police impounded the vehicle. I don't actually remember seeing the vehicle there. I don't know whether you did, John, but we were at the front end of the protest as it moved up the hill into the area around the new Parliament House. There is footage around. Aussie Cossack has been screening some footage about the event. And it's clear that you got to a stage almost up near Parliament House where the police intervened and asked you to turn to the right away from Parliament House. Is that the story? And what happened from there?
Yeah, going back a little bit further, he was asked that morning to join a couple of other trucks. There was 2 stages on the day. There was the main stage down near Old Parliament House, I believe, and then another stage towards New Parliament House, just near there. He was asked to join the trucks with that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was following the 2 other trucks going to there, one being the stage truck. And they were getting turned off, which confused them because they thought they were, or Paul understood that they were supposed to be going up the top 2 in Parliament House, and around that time they were getting turned off where he was still following these trucks. Cossack came along and started interviewing his passenger, and then himself, in that time that was taken up by that, the other trucks had continued and he had no way of further contacting.
Yeah, this is a bit of a pain, isn't it? Come on.
To work out where they'd even been directed to or gone.
Seems like they're doing it on purpose, I reckon.
So that caused some additional confusion. And then
yes, it's just not working real well, is
it? Cossack said, hey, you want to go up this way, keep going up to Parliament. Which he agreed to do, partly because he thought they were approved to go up there, and understood that that's where the stage was that he was going. So he continued up there, and as you say, then some police stopped, sort of hailed them down, and they stopped and had a fairly long conversation back and forth with.
DK's back, folks.
I was having an argument with my child, so.
Oh, that's quite okay.
I apologize for that.
Cossack.
No, I had to go change a light bulb.
Oh, really?
And my child was actually too ridiculously fucking inept to change a fucking light bulb, which I've made him do repeatedly. He's like, I need a light to see it. Go get a phone so I can see what I'm doing. It's like, shining a light at the fucking socket in the roof isn't going to help you because you can't see fuck all. It's like, you do it by feel. You don't need light to change a light bulb.
Sometimes you do.
And he just goes super shitty at me. It's like crazy.
That's unusual, isn't it? Not.
Actually, yeah, lately it has been. It has been quite good lately. Yeah. This one is like, I think he just felt like, he felt like he was stupid and just snapped. Yeah. Even though I taught him how to change light bulbs over and over again. It's like he felt like he was stupid, was trying to make excuses. But I ended up climbing up on everything myself and changing it in 5 seconds. But dude, it's this easy. This is what you do. He's like, you haven't taught me. It's like, dude, I was just teaching you. You're not listening. You're just screaming and making excuses.
Yep.
It is this simple.
Yeah, well, that video's glitching out big time, eh? So it,
Is it?
yeah. I'm
Even the audio?
yeah. Well, it's just freezing and sort of stopping and starting and sort of so. You know,
That's right.
but I've had a bit of issues today. Today, I don't know, sort of, but we're lucky to get. Well, what are we? We're nearly up to an hour anyway. Yeah, the show so far. Yeah, well, but
as I said,
yeah,
you should use my video that I did as one of your next shows.
yeah, definitely.
Well, one of the couple of videos of that.
Yeah, well,
the 17 New World agenda, 17 Sustainable Agenda Goals.
Yep.
As Sustainable Development Goals or Sustainable Development Agenda. The 17 of those is actually probably my best public talk that I've done that got recorded.
Yeah.
And the one about the Titan submarine and my conspiracy theory with that is good. And
they're on the Telegram channel.
And the most recent one I did about the shooting in Auckland the other day. I was actually the first person who brought out a video about it. Now everyone is doing it.
And what's that on your YouTube channel? Is it or no?
No, it's only on Telegram so far. I need to download it and upload it to all my channels. So I've actually been quite slack with that lately.
So, folks, if you want to see this gear that he's, I'll show bits and pieces on my next show. But certainly, guys, look DK up because he puts out some interesting content, and you should look at it and then share it around. That's what I think I've got to say too, mate. Everyone else says it, and I've sort of hardly ever say it, but share this sort of thing, you know. It's just a couple of drunken blokes talking sort of stuff, but
I posted you on my channel.
Yeah, I'm pretty slack with the promotional side of things at the moment myself. I just that's
the one thing that I try and work on. Yeah, I actually do try. If I'm on the show, because as I said, you didn't notify me when it started.
Again.
You just I just found out when you jumped on the Discord thing. I was like, oh damn it! Have you already started? Shit, man. So it didn't give me time to share it around everywhere. That's why you do the intro bit with your new stuff. But let me know.
Yeah.
And then I can share it around on the channels and everything first.
I obviously forgot again. So, sorry. But
even though it's the only thing I said.
That's all right. Yeah, but I always forget. I don't know, you know what I'm like.
Only two things I said, wasn't it? Let me know when you go live. And jump on here when you want me on your show. Yeah. There's only two things.
Yeah, well. Suck it up.
At least you remembered one.
Yeah, that's right.
At least you remembered one.
Yeah. I might try that video again for a little while. See what happens there.
Okay.
All right. If it plays. Yeah. They're not looking like they're playing, are they?
I know. I think you have to get me off screen and shit.
Well, after a bit,
close down as many things as you can, so that
was then asking him where
everything else works.
Where am I supposed to go from there?
That's happening.
Where does
sort of
that take me? And he didn't get any further response to that, unfortunately.
Wow, the delay is getting longer.
Yeah, it does that.
Which is a bit more complicated when you're driving a heavy vehicle.
Yeah, it's not really worth carrying on with it, I think.
You have to have a bit more of an understanding.
It's just breaking up too bad to be viable to watch.
Is the audio working though?
Audio's working.
Can people hear what they're saying?
Yeah, they can. I'm sure they can hear it, but there's no.
No one cares about the video when it's just people talking.
Yeah,
If
but it's
there's if there's not actual video, if there's not actually
the,
a video showing stuff,
the
then
sounds.
as long as the audio works, it's okay.
Yeah, but it's cutting out with the videos and sort of thing. Like it's pausing. You
Does it? Shit.
you getting a couple of words, then it pauses. Couple of words, pauses. Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, it wasn't before. It wasn't before. It was only the video that was glitching. The audio was working fine.
Well,
There's the audio glitching now too.
Yep. Well, so that makes me think. Well, that's basically it for the show for today. Because we can chat for a while, of course, but now it's just about bolo time, of course. You know, it's yeah.
Sam fucking pisshead wants to go and drink more.
Yeah.
And roll his fucking arm.
Well, I don't know if I'll be playing. There's a game on today, and there's it's club championship type things. There's triples on, and you're watching other people play, and yeah, that's what you sort of do.
And that's when it's just a drinking day.
Yeah.
But doesn't it suck?
No,
once
I
you get
don't.
made
Really.
admin of stuff, once you get made admin of things, it actually makes you change your behaviour and stuff. It's like you actually have to think that, oh no, I'm actually in charge, I've got responsibility, I actually have to behave while I'm here now.
I always behave.
Oh, dude, I don't.
I don't get kicked out. I don't get kicked out.
I mean, if you look at all the different channels that I'm on Telegram,
Yeah.
the ones that I'm admin on,
Right.
that aren't mine, like the other channels,
Yep.
like Vinny's and Brett Powell's one,
Yep.
the ones that I'm admin on, I'm actually as nice as I can possibly be. I try not to start fights.
Yeah.
I try not to do anything. I try to stop everything that's happening on their channels.
Yeah. Well,
And then there's the other channels where I'm not admin.
Yeah.
And I'm a complete dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen you being much of a dickhead lately. What's going on with it? But anyway, I haven't been around much myself.
I found other channels to do it on, so I don't get in trouble publicly with everyone who knows me everywhere.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people from the community centre that I'm at have joined my channel. They don't chat. But they
watch, yes.
Yeah, so I even be careful about my channel now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still me. But I know which channels I'm allowed to go further and stuff.
A bit of
self-censorship. I don't care if I get banned.
Bit of self-censorship.
We all
do that. We all do that.
I actually had to delete something off my channel.
Oh, well.
And I don't delete stuff off my channel.
Yeah.
I've had some horrific stuff, and I actually had to delete this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Alejandro.
Do I want to know what it was about? Do I want to know what it was about?
A Hindu child sacrifice ritual.
Right. Deep.
It was
dark.
Fucking horrific.
Hmm.
And while I was trying to delete it, I hit the left mouse button and it played on the screen instead of the right mouse button.
Right.
And then I'm trying to hit the right mouse button and delete it. And it's playing for everyone who's watching. I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, no.
If I was streaming on YouTube or Twitch or anything, that was me banned.
Yeah.
It's just because it was only on Telegram, but fuck.
Right.
If I was streaming anywhere else, that was me banned just for playing that. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And it was someone I know really well.
Yep. As you
know, you know the people on my channel, man.
Yeah.
I was like, someone I know really well who gets lots of information and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But no, that's going too far. Sorry, you had to get rid of that one.
Well, anyway, mate, I'm going to have to wrap it up. Okay. So,
all right.
Thanks very much for joining me on Sunday Soon, number 22. So, yeah, that was, because, last couple of weeks, the Thursday shows just haven't happened. But I'll get back to them. Might not be on a Thursday. Could be any day. That's the way I sort of run it, you know. If you, that, I don't get much of a follow on that way. But for example, like today, haven't seen anyone else in the chat rooms besides. Yeah. Except actually on.
You've got to set a certain time each day, and it's got to be a time when people are actually home and watching shit.
Actually,
you've got to pick your time. And
actually,
to be honest, work from Australian time because most of your audience is Australian.
Yeah.
So work on Australian time. Like at what point are people going to be at home?
There's a couple of Kiwis. Couple of Kiwis.
We're only 2 hours later.
Yeah.
So work on what time is best for you in Australia. Well, at what time is everyone at home? Just after dinner?
This timing.
Before dinner?
This timing is the best timing for me. You know what I mean? I always do my shows in my afternoon. That's it. It works for me. That's what I do. And, yeah. So suck it up or don't.
Make sure. Make sure. Well, see, that's the thing. Make sure you have that in your description. We'll be on Sunday at this time every day.
Round about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. If you're going to actually do it and make it work, got to be a little more punctual.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's always about 2 o'clock.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Always about 2 o'clock. Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you, actually. You know, on D-Live, for some reason, I can't enter in the chat. I write stuff in the chat room, but it won't let me...
you've been muted in the chat. Yeah, no, you've been muted in that chat.
But
is it every channel or just one?
Just this one. And it's my channel. So, I've muted myself somehow. I don't know, but I've looked in settings and shit, and I haven't seen nothing. Makes no sense.
Maybe D-Live's fucking with you.
Maybe.
But everyone else can still chat, but you can't.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Which
okay.
Is weird.
Maybe another channel reported you.
Never know.
Have you annoyed people on a different channel on D-Live?
Nah, don't think so. Yeah,
then you might have trolls in your chat who have reported you. So to be honest, to be safe, I would shut down the chat entirely, until you're allowed to speak again.
Yeah. Well, I'll get round to
that. Until you can speak again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, or just turn it off. But yeah, then actually, I've done that before. Turned it off and turned it back on, and it fucking comes back. Yeah. So, but doesn't matter.
That might work as well. Yeah. I think you tried turning it off and on again.
Yeah. I think that worked. Yeah. So yeah. Oh well, I'm not going to bother turning it back on now. I've done with D-Live for that. Like I've done with the other two channels. I'm done pretty much all over. I'm done with you now. So.
D-Live won't even let me back on. I'm so amazed that Twitch, after 6 months, suddenly restarted my channel.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, they just
How come I'm not allowed to stream again? What the fuck?
So you can stream on
Twitch. But they won't let me save shit. I don't know where I've got to find the
thing
to make Twitch. Things actually saved.
You can stream on Twitch now, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, well anyway, mate.
But they didn't save it. Because I did a 2-hour live stream as an anti-co-governance thing, and it didn't save. So I didn't even have a chance to try and put it anywhere because it was like just live off my phone, live streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it didn't save the whole thing.
Well, anyway, mate, I'm going to end the show. Just hang on the line for a sec. I'll just shut up for a minute and I'll end the show and we'll carry on chatting for a bit. Offline, I'm going to end the show sort of thing. Okay, folks. So, folks, thanks very much for watching. If you watched, big hello to the people in Canberra. I'll be seeing you soon, I hope. And to all those people that watched the show on BitChute And lots of love to all you little bots. Anyway. Yeah, be good to each other, guys. Be good. Okay. Uru. Sooner or later. Maybe it's not going to let me stop. It's not responding. It's not responding, folks. I'm going to have to stream forever. Oh well. Just